Tipton. Thanks for joining me today. We have been looking at finding images online and seeing how to recreate those images and using them as our inspiration. So the image that I found this week is actually of a bouquet that's on a type of ring with steel grass and red petals that have been sprinkled across the top of it. So I'm going to start with my embroidery hoop because this is what I have. I'm working from the home studio today. This is what I have, and I'm going to make my bouquet on this. My first step was to take stem tape and cover my embroidery hoop with stem tape, and then I took it and wrapped it with bind wire. And the reason I wrapped it with stem tape first is I wanted to make sure that if I had any space in between my bind wire, the stem tape would cover that up. And then I have taken 18 gauge wire, covered it with the stem tape to create my handle. The next thing I'm going to do will be to take the bind wire and make a grid across the top to support my product that I'm going to put across here. So I have added my grid of bind wire across the top, and now I have dried steel grass that can be woven through the grid. I can also take a little bit, and I'm going to say Elmer's glue because Elmer's glue dries clear. If you've never worked at the Rose Parade, that's one of the main glues they use because it does hold and it does dry clear. So I can add the Elmer's glue and not worry about any of my glue showing. So I'm going to continue to weave my steel grass through the bouquet to make a fabulous design. Now that I've added all of my steel grass to the design, I put in some bunny grass, and my bunny grass is a little short, so I have some pampas grass I'm going to add to continue that line all the way through the steel grass. As you can see, it really needed that pampas grass that I've added into the bouquet. I've actually taken it and wove it a little bit at a downward angle to help with the depth of it this way, and did them at staggering lengths around the spiral of the bouquet to add greater depth that way as well. Like I said, I'm working from home today, and I've come outside. I'm going to use Tack 2000. You can use Super 77. This is just a good aerosol glue, and I've come out here in the rain to be able to complete my project. I'm going to take this glue. You can see all the strings that fly and come across the bouquet. I have taken some Fujimum petals. I have already pulled them off, and now I'm going to take this and sprinkle it across my bouquet to add this in, giving that look that I am trying to achieve from my inspiration picture, where she used red petals and just steel grass. I've added the pampas. I'm following along the trend, thinking about boho is really big, and this is kind of the look that I am going for this bouquet. Now that I have enough on it, I'm going to come inside, let it dry for a few minutes, and then we're going to finish off the bouquet. So I've added a little bit of green trick to the top. I drove off and left my Cymbidium orchids at the Floriology studio, so I'm going to go back to the studio later today, and I'm going to add those in, and I'll finish up my video there in the studio. I have gone ahead and finished off the back. I've added some aspidestra and then taken some more aspidestra, done some curls to give this a little volume at the back. So here's where we are so far. And a little bit later, when I change locations, I'll add in those Cymbidiums to finish out this bouquet. As you can see, I have made it into the Floriology studio today. Actually, I'm upstairs in the big office instead of down in the classroom because we do have a private class going on. I added a lot more than our Cymbidiums because I was here and we had the product, and I just really wanted to blow this out and show you how gorgeous this bouquet really is. So I've added one bunch of lily grass into the dried steel grass, and that helped to soften it up and bring some of the green color from our green trick into the entire bouquet. We had these ranunculus. I thought, how fun just to let them dance above the entire bouquet. And then you can see that I have grouped my cymbidiums together to make a strong focal area and give us a great point to look at. I have finished off the bouquet we looked at earlier with the aspidistra folds and just some aspidistra out straight, but I've also taken aspidistra and done a wrap around the stems to finish that off nice and clean. So I hope you've enjoyed making this bouquet as much as I did, and please drop in the comments some of the pictures that you like and have seen and have tried or want to see me do a video on how to make that. Be sure to follow us on social media and check out our YouTube channel for the complete video on how to make this bouquet.